Hello everyone, this is general reading for Aries, and the first card that came out for you was the Three of Swords, and this card denotes a loss of family members, I'm feeling. It could also refer to you releasing any guilt feelings of guilt that can be you coming to terms with the past, the recent past, into the present and even the future. By acceptance, you will release. This is for some of Aries. As I say, some can be a loss of love, a loved one, or it could be somebody who has lost love, if that makes sense. What came up for you next is the Nine of Pentacles, and it's somebody who likes the finer things in life. They're independent. It's an independent person who's self-assured, likes their solitude, is a successful person, and somebody who, as I said, appreciates the finer things in life. There is looks like a peregrine on there. I did mean to look it up, and ironically, it's got its head is red. And this morning I saw a robin come. Now robins are usually got the red breasts. They're well known for the red breasts. This one had a red head. How about that? What came up for you next is the Four of Pentacles. And this is somebody who is creating or who has created financial stability. It's a time for you to be creative with your money, and it's a person who can be stingy, can be a bit stingy. So the thoughts that are up in your head, they're like chains around you. So it may be a time to not hold on so tightly to your money and investments, but rather, Aries, connected with these losses, it's a time you can be trying to get over the losses, the feelings that you have. That may be the reason why you're holding on tightly to these pentacles, which represents money. So go out and enjoy yourself. It's time to go out and enjoy yourself more, I'm feeling. In the next row of what is coming up for you is the moon. And we see a pup and looks like a wolf howling at the moon, and the mountains in the distance, and there's a golden pathway, which the lobster is on the way. So that represents the emotions that are going on at this time. So maybe it's time for you to become a bit more aware of what's going on around you. It's an 18 card, and that breaks down to a 9. So you're working your way to release deep emotions, and it's a time to follow and trust your instincts and intuition. These delusions, what comes to mind is all things must pass. So just bear that in mind, and it may help you get through those two big pillars that represents you thinking you cannot go in between. You can. You can overcome those feelings. And what came out next for you is the Page of Wands. The pages are about learning, and the Page of Wands is learning how to take the right actions for you. and the necessary actions. So you are learning. This represents you learning and wanting to take the right actions for you. And 3, you see the 3 pyramids in the background. You're using if you dip into your mystical depths, you will be able to maybe meditate on what's needed at this time for you. What came up for you next was the 5 of Swords. And swords represent thoughts, again, mental thinking. They're about change as well. 5s are about change. But the swords are about cutting your losses and moving on. You've been having feelings of being possibly victimised for some of you. And this represents you overcoming your thoughts. In the row of what's coming up unexpected is another learning card, the Page of Cups, and the wavy emotions and the gold. It's a golden cup, and it's you taking time out to think about pondering, looking at this fish who's able to just swim away and without all these emotions that you're going through. So it's about you learning to come to terms with your emotions, I feel, and take a lesson from this fish and pause to reflect before acting. That's what I'm feeling from this card that's going to come up for you. You're going to take a pause and reflect on all your emotions and make decisions. What followed this was the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords represents somebody who likes to be alone, but also somebody who's focused and is in control and is graceful and keeps their head in a crisis. So if this is you, just recognise these feelings of being in control. Recognise you have that capability to be in control, because this may come out of the blue. There's a lot of blue there, which represents air signs. So it's a message to you, Swords. And you've got 1, 2, 3 cards of Swords. So there's a lot going on for you mentally, in the sense of thinking and planning, but being in control. And I was really pleased what came out for you finally was the King of Cups, because the King of Cups is somebody who is in control. They're a wise person. The Queen of Swords is also a wise person who is in control. She keeps her head in times of crisis, as I said. And this King of Cups is similar. They're in control of their emotions. And you can see there's an eel in the bottom there and a ship. These are, it's just somebody who's aware of any slippery characters. That's what the eel represents. And the ship's coming in. They're illusions that appear. So you've got your feet on your ground now, Aries, and I feel all the yellow in the cards. Aries are going to be using more mental and physical strength this year to move on from any perceived losses. That's the final message there. I'm just going to shuffle the cards, and angels, please bless these cards and to show Aries what they can do to overcome thoughts up in their heads, illusions, delusions, to get through this period of any losses. And we evolve through coming to terms with the things that we are going through. So thoughts, be positive and recognise that you can overcome these illusions. You can meditate to not, when these thoughts come to you, they could be because you are overthinking, that's the way to describe it. You're overthinking, and when an idea pops in your head, it may be better to think it through first, Aries. So I've got my serious head on today, so apologies. What's come up is a second card to clarify the reading. It's a yes card, it's a positive card, and it's the it's independent wealth. So you're doing very well with your gains, and it's the Nine of Pentacles, and nines are about somebody who is not quite achieved what they do want to achieve. It's something you're working through, but you're very near to gaining this independent wealth. It's a card of independence, as I said, success, financial stability, security, profit, prosperity, wealth, abundance, reward through hard work, a collection of investments you have, business, prosperity and status. So that's how you're going to achieve. You've got two cards of the Nine of Pentacles. So you're nearly there, you've nearly achieved your goal. I was going to look up Peregrine because Peregrine came to mind. Don't know if I can, my big fat book that tells me all about these shamanic animals. So we've got these shamanic animals here, and I'm going to shuffle the cards. Angels, guides, holy ones, cosmos, please show us a beautiful message from the shamanic spirit guides to help Aries with their decisions at this time of change and culmination of it's Kiwi. Kiwi is doing a walking meditation each day for the next week. There you go. Doing a walking meditation. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but meditation will certainly help you, Aries, at this time to work through what's going on. Let's see if we can find a quick explanation here. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I usually do some meditation. And also balancing is important, balancing your energies within, because all this gold that's in the cards, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And this represents balance. So if you would like to learn my sacred alignment of energies, then please get in touch with me, cosnowden@gmail.com, and I can teach you how to use a sacred alignment. It takes about 5 minutes, and it really is helpful, and it really helps you get in touch with your spiritual side, because this is all about evolving to spiritual growth, and the way forward is through meditation. This will calm your emotions down and keep them balanced and in line with your energy centres. So Kiwi, do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Most of the time, walking is a way that people get from point to point, A to B. Often in the rush and without regard for what's going on around them, meditation is typically viewed as something people do while sitting cross-legged for several minutes. However, that's only one form of meditation. Walking with awareness and intention is another. Find a place, preferably in nature, such as forest or woods or parks, where you can simply walk for 10 minutes or more each day for the next week. Also be aware of who's nearby. So if you go to a park, don't just close your eyes. So parks may not be such a good idea in this day and age. Experiment by walking more slowly than you usually do. Try moving at 80% of your usual speed. You can also try speeding up your pace, but stay present and be aware of how it feels to move so rapidly. Then slow way down for a few steps to where you can really feel each step you take. Notice how the contact with the ground starts at your heel and slowly moves up to your toes. If possible, try it barefoot. Be aware of the sights, sounds and smells as you walk, as well as the rhythmic feeling in your body. Whatever pace you set, be sure to breathe consciously and consistently with full awareness. Doing so while walking is what makes it a meditation. And the association is being grounded, survival, flexibility, innocence, earthiness, ancient wisdom, inspiration, safety, speed, quickness. And one last thing I'm going to do, I meant to do this to Mother, Father, God Divine, please bring some beautiful balance into our readings. And bless these cards. Please bless these cards to help Aries with the meditations. I'm doing this with Shuffle 4 because 4 is a stability. 5 is moving on. 5 is about change. And you've had some 4s and 5s. Your Pentacles was a 4 and your 5 was 5 of Swords. Ooh. Body changes. Body changes. There we are. This is the butterfly cards are about changes that you're going through. So, body changes. Body changes. So the message with body changes is this card guides you to focus on changes in your body so that you can influence it in a healthy direction. It's time to take charge of your own health and remain optimistic. After all, the butterflies show us the power of going through physical changes as they enter the chrysalis phase. You are undergoing a similar preparation stage, which will bring you blessings of new strength and insights. Whether your body changes are a result of the aging process, your medical status or your lifestyle, this card reminds you that you have many options available. Give yourself permission to take positive and healthful action steps supportive of your physical well-being. Additional meanings are a new exercise program, changing your healthcare